Good morning. Christ, it's bright this morning. Come and spend the morning with me and the horses. First up we have Callie, just getting her in from the field. Very exciting. Trying a different bit on her today, so we'll see how that goes. We've been having some ridden issues, so I'm going to lunge her and basically see how we get on. Callie is a supposed show jumper and she is rising 5. Callie, don't hold out. Drop your head. Drop your head. There we go. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to lunge her, see how she is, and take it from there. So she's got a different bit in, but she has used this bit before, and then if she's feeling semi-sensible, we'll get on. Okay, we're semi-sane, so we're going to give it a go. What mood are you in? Hey? Thanks. I'll do my hat up before I get on. But well, we're still alive, relatively. She looks like she's got draw ends on. She definitely doesn't. Don't know what she's doing. There we go. Head back up. So basically what I'm trying to do is undo my bad habits, because it turns out I'm quite backwards as a rider, which I've always known. And I'm very handsy, and I pull when I'm worried, which on young horses turns out creates some quite bad habits that you then have to undo. So, sorry cows. So basically I'm trying to undo all of my bad habits on a very fresh horse, and that's why I've got the neck strap, because instead of trying and pulling on her mouth, what I'm trying to do is just hold on to the neck strap when I feel unsteady. I'm not actually that unbalanced, I'm just I get very worried when she's a bit silly. So, yeah, work in progress. Hopefully in summer we might get somewhere, but until then we're doing tiny little bits of canter and trying to keep her head on straight, because when her blood gets up, it's very difficult to get it back down again. But yes, she's actually been a very good girl today and very tolerant, so it's just my riding that needs editing. It's not her. She's a baby, she's learning, and unfortunately when I pull on her face and don't kick her forward, she, funnily enough, gets quite confused with what I'm actually asking. So what I'm trying to do now is get off her head. What have you seen? Get off her head, kick her forward, and actually ride like, I don't know, you know, a normal human. Probably a good start. Hello. Don't eat my shoe. Anyway, as you can see, she's in a snaffle, loose noseband, running martingale to try, because I know I'm handsy, so I'm keeping the tack as minimal as I can get. We actually rode all last week with no noseband on, but then she got in a really bad habit of opening her mouth really wide just because she could. Not because she's in any discomfort, she's not at all. She's had her teeth checked. She's having her back done tomorrow as well. So yeah, she's absolutely fine. She's just, we're trying to keep her from developing bad habits and just having the noseband there, but loose. I'll show you how loose it is. I'll try to show you her tack, but for some reason she stood with her head on the floor. Callie, oh, there we go. Hello, welcome back. Right, so ignore this fact that nothing's in the keepers, because I'm editing it all the time and I don't know whether I'll need to edit things quickly. So this is her noseband. This is how, so it's, oh, disgusting. But this is how loose it is. Hello. So it's literally just there as a, well, to try and encourage her to keep her mouth closed, but not to fasten it closed. As I say, I can fit my entire hand in there, in the front of her nostrils. Yes, I know, not very comfortable. Anyway, and then she's just in a snaffle. That's only just got twisted, what, because she's been scratching her face? Can you stay still? I've actually put today, well, doesn't like me playing around with it, fair enough. I put some Vaseline on the corner of her lips, so you can't see very clearly that side, but this side, sorry, you really can't see. I don't know why it's quite so hairy. I've just re-latexed. This is latex bit wrap. She doesn't actually like metal bits, but this one, she likes really thin bits, because I think what it is she's actually got quite a big tongue and quite a small mouth. I've tried ported bits and she doesn't like the ported bits, but this bit seems to be the best fit in terms of how thick it is, but she doesn't like metal bits either, which is fair enough. So I've got a thin metal bit and I've covered it in the bit tape, which is like a latex covering, which makes it feel like a bit of a plastic bit, so basically the metal doesn't clank against her mouth, in theory. And it's got like a little roller, like a fat roller. I'll show you when I take it off. A fat roller in the middle, which I think she quite likes, because I think it's like quite smooth on her tongue. But anyway, this is the one that she seems the most settled in. I've been going between this and a happy mouth, and I tried a Nath, like the really thin flexy trust one, but she chewed through it. So I'm not spending nearly £100 on a bit for her to chew through, and she chewed through it in literally 2 attempts. So that's great and everything, but she's quite busy with her mouth. I mean, as you can see, she's currently chewing you can't see. She's currently chewing the handle of my schooling stick. So she's quite busy in her mouth, which doesn't really help my way of riding, but we'll learn together. And if she doesn't jump until she's 27, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, and we've been trying all sorts of different things. So we've been trying different saddles as well. So we found a saddle that seems to be the best fit for her, which is actually good because it's the saddle that I prefer. And I've just bought, I'm buying a different gel pad to go underneath it, so I'll show you that, hang on. Right, so this is the current saddle setup. So this is a mono flap, and she's got a little gel riser underneath because it was just a bit too close contact to her back, and then this nice soft saddle cloth, which is hang on, go the other side. It's this nice equestrian sport one, but it's really, this was clean on, but the horse isn't out obviously that clean. It's really nice and breathable underneath, and really smooth and shiny on the top, so the dirt doesn't show up. And it fits my saddle really nicely, and it's got these bits to protect it. So yeah, she seems to be liking this. And then an armour girth. She does need clipping, I am aware, but I haven't got there yet. And this armour, it's just a cheap. It's just a cheap Armour Shires one, but I like it because it's fluffy, because she gets rubs quite badly, which is why I've also got fluff on her martingale thing. She's just stood like such a lemon. So yes, that's the current Tack setup. As you can tell, she's actually quite chilled. She's been a good girl today as well, because there's horses, I don't know if you can see them, there. And these two have been running round and round and round in circles with the foals at the other side of the hedge while she was being worked. And she was actually very sensible. So I do appreciate that in a young horse. How cute does she look? Okay, here's her bit. So I've just replaced the latex on this side because this side's older, but she chewed through it. That's the only reason it's replaced, but it's the same anyway. And it's just got this little roller on the inside. But you see how thin it is compared to, where's a normal bit? That's a thin bit anyway. Compared to like that one. It's quite, well, I mean, that was quite a fat bit, but yes, it does need a wash. But yeah, so she seems to like that bit. So that is her setup. Right, pony untacked. Pony is stood there. Just gonna get her some treats. Treats. Shouldn't feed her treats really, but there we are. Hang on. Good girl. Good pony. Thinking about it, I might actually try and just clip some of her hair fuzz off. Just tidy her up, maybe? See how this goes. Right, let's try these. Okay, I definitely thought I'd hit record, but apparently not. But actually that went really well. So her first little experience with the clippers, just neatened up her face just a little bit. Very good. So, very non-dramatic. Just what we like. Annoyingly, I also just missed putting a rug on, but anyway, this is the rug. It's got Christmas elves on it. Now off out with Munch Bunch. Gonna get the other one in. Get Tushka in and give her a lunge. Pony number 2, just waiting for her to have a wee. I don't know what's going on with my hat. I look like N-dubbed. Or Dappy or whatever his name was. Oh, that's a niche reference. Just waiting for her to have a wee and then gonna give her a quick lunge. Nothing too dramatic, hopefully. Gilbert, the guinea fowl. Roaming free again. Christ, I'm very much not used to this giant yellow thing in the sky. I'm being blinded. I need sunglasses. go. One very unenthusiastic Tishka lunged. She is there. I'm blinded by the sun. As you can see, not lunged with any gadgets, just out for a mooch, out for a stretch. She can go whatever speed she likes, to be perfectly honest. Bit of trot, bit of canter, and she's done. Excuse me, tiny freeloader. Right, horses all done for the day. Just taking Tishka back out to her field. As ever, if you've liked this content, give us a like and a follow or a subscribe or whatever it is, and you know where else to find me on TT.